file standard deviation, standard DEVIF temp, we've got the following data. We've got our familiar data on my daughter and her friend selling makeup. So we have the name of the salesperson, Ashley here, the product sold, mascara, the number of units, and the location. Now let's suppose for every combination of salesperson, product, and location, you want to get the standard deviation of the units sold. That's like a standard deviation if function. So how can we use array formulas to sort of calculate the standard deviation for every combination of name, product, and location? Well, the first thing we have to do is find each combination of name, product, and location, and we can do that with remove duplicates. So I could copy this, right click, move or copy, and I could basically create a copy of the data. Okay, so there is our original data. Okay, now if I would go, so these will be our unique combinations. So if I select these 3 or 4 columns, I can go data, I can go remove duplicates. Okay, I don't want to do it on units, but basically every name, product, location combination. Okay, and I got 45 unique combinations. Now I don't need the units, but I can paste this back to the original worksheet. Right click, go here. Now the units column we don't need. Okay, so now we have every combination, name, product, location. How can we create an array formula, for instance, for Ashley mascara in the East that would get the standard deviation of the units sold for every row where Ashley was the salesperson, mascara was the product, and East was the location? Well, the trick is to do something like this with an array formula. First of all, we'll name the columns. So Control Shift, down arrow, formulas, create from selection, names in top row. So the name column would be this column, etc. And the product column would be the product column, etc. So what you can do is a really straightforward formula, but when you make it an array formula, it works magic. So we could say standard deviation, okay, something like this. In our case, it's not going to be L7, but if the name range equals the name here, okay, it's going to be O13 for us. And if the product, whatever's in the product range equals the product here, mascara, and whatever's in the location range equals East, then we created 3 arrays where we have all truths. Okay, but if name were not equal Ashley, we'd have a false. Okay, and then if any of these 3 arrays that are created with Control Shift Enter yield a false, then basically we get in our final array a false. But if all 3 of these are true, then basically it gets treated like a 1, and then it multiplies the units column by 1, which gives you the actual units. And so you take the standard deviation of this final array, which will have the units value if the name is Ashley, the product is mascara, and the location is the East. Otherwise, it's going to have a false, which will get ignored in the standard deviation calculations. So all we have to do is equal standard deviation. Then we do an if statement, and then I can paste in the range name. Okay, if the name equals this, okay, that'll be true whenever the name is Ashley. And then I got to do another if, and so I'll pull up, oops. So that would be if the product equals this, and then we need a final if, and F3. If the location equals this, okay, now if all of those are true, I want the units column. And I'll need 4 right parens, 1 for each if and 1 for the standard deviation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I do Control Shift Enter, that should work, and then I can copy it down. So the standard deviation, whenever Ashley sold mascara in the East is 29.2, and I can just double click the left mouse and copy that down. I now have the standard deviation of the units sold, for instance, right here when Betsy sold foundation in the East, the standard deviation was 28.26 units. And that's just really, really cool. We're emulating standard deviation if. We could have used this when we did the median if, but we could do other functions, statistical functions in Excel if we want to. But this is really quite a cool use of array formulas.
Okay, so thanks for watching, and there's a free course, a free 21-day course from Dr. Winston, and all of these videos are coming from one of 3 books. So first, this one, which you can see here at the top of the screen, Microsoft's book, which has 355 reviews, and then it's, let's see, 4.6 stars. It's coming from this book as well, his marketing analytics book, which is down here, and you can sort of see 4.5, or his newest book, his analytics stories book, which is here. And with that one, you can see it's 4 point something, or maybe even 5. I don't think it's 5. Yeah, 4.8. And so yeah, anyways, in the description, there's a free 21-day course from Dr. Winston, or you can go to excelwithwayne.com/free, and it'll be there. But again, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, just please let us know. Thanks.